Dewdrop, you know you want this. Here, look, and she's like, oh, maybe. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Beautiful barn. How long has this been here?
This barn, 2018.
Yeah, beautiful barn.
Thank you.
Clean. The ideal Jersey cow there would be 100%. There isn't such a thing. The highest scored Jersey cows are 6 or 7 of them that have made it to 97 points. I always tell everybody we're just painting cows by the number. Read the numbers, you should be able to picture that cow. Yeah, I'm Ronnie Mossur from Geneva, Indiana. Our headquarters office is in Reynoldsburg, Ohio. I'm called Senior Appraiser because I'm old, I guess. Okay, this is breakdown. It's kind of a beauty contest by the numbers type thing. There's 16 traits that we put a numerical score on from a 50-point linear scale. There are 8 supplemental traits that we can denote there's this problem with a cow or that problem with a cow. They're more like research traits. We have to gather some data on them and then run through the process to see if it's genetically moved through the genetics, from the bull to cow to everything together. So we start off with the first thing is stature trait. And it's measured at the hips, midpoint on the stature trait. 25 would be a 40-inch cow at the hips. 30 is 50-inch cow. This is 50 inches, my measurement stick. I'm going to call this cow 50 inches tall at the hip. That'd be a 30. Next one is strength. This cow may be a little below the median on strength, and that's a measure comes from her head, right from her nose or nostrils, all through her body, through her pins and hooks, as to how wide this cow is, how much strength she possesses. So I'll call her a little below the median at 22. Dairy form, this cow is very good on dairy form. She's very thin-hided. She's got nice sweep to her rib, nice open rib. She's very thin in the thigh, has a good flat bone. All those things exhibit good dairiness in the animals that we're looking for. So I'll give her a 42 on dairy form. Rump angle is a measure from hooks to pins. If this cow were level from hooks to pins, that is called a 20. It's 5 points an inch up or down. I say this cow's pins is about an inch higher than what her hooks are, so I'm going to give her a 16 on rump angle. Next trait would be leg set. Midpoint on the scale is 25, says they're slight set. This cow, I think, is right in that process, and that she's got just almost a perfect set to her leg. So I'm going to call that a 26 on leg set. Foot angle is measured on front hairline, and it's out an inch, down an inch, and we measure that angle. This cow has a pretty good foot angle on her foot, and so I'm going to call that a 29. Fore-udder is measured how the fore-udder meets the body wall. 25 median on the scale says there's a slight bulge. This cow has a good fore-udder, not a great fore-udder, but a really good fore-udder. We'll call it a 37. Teat placement is a measurement of where that front teat is placed on that forequarter. Teat placed centrally on that front quarter would be a 30. This cow's teat is towards the inside, so it's a little more than a 30. So we will call her a 35. Teat length is an actual measurement. It's 5 points a half inch. You eyeball this cow's teat, it's approaching 3 inches long, so we'll call that a 28. Next is rear udder height, and it's a measurement of of where the rear udder catches the leg. On this particular cow, it's right here at that fold. It was measured by a mark from the pins to the hock. Halfway is 15 is where we start the measurement. That's 15. Then 5 points an inch up to here, where it actually hits, and give another 25 to 30 points on there. Call this something between a 40 and a 45 on rear udder height. We'll call it 43. Rear udder width measured the same place. This is a 30 on the scale. And then it's 5 points an inch as well. If we measure that 30 and then give her 2 more inches, we can call that something in the neighborhood of 40. We'll call it 38. Udder cleft is measured from the base of the teat. From the base of the teat up to touch the udder. This cow has an extreme depth of center support in this crease, and we can call that, you can bury your hand in there, so we can call that extremely good. Call that a 42. Rear teat position is as the rear teat's location on that quarter. If it was right in the middle, it would be 25. This cow's teats are really to the inside of that quarter. I think in robot situation, maybe a little too close at times as we get into more robotic milkers in the country. So this cow, we were asked 10 years ago to start measuring that. It took 8 years to get enough data and do the genetic work to say that's an inheritable trait, where we can actually measure how much is passed through the genetics from one to the other. So we'll call this one a 45. The next thing would be rear teat side view, and if the teat is placed under the udder, it's 25. If it moves back up this way, like this was going to be a teat, but it was cut off, this up here on the back of the quarter would have been a 45. Where hers are at down here, we can call that less than the 25, because a real good positioning, let's call that a 22. Udder depth, again measured at the hock right here, is 15. Then it's 2 points an inch to the lowest deal. This cow's got a really nice udder depth. Let's call that a 33. Rump width, just a measurement of her width through her rump. Here at her hooks, her thurls are wide as her hooks are, and she's nice through this area. Call that a 39. That gives me a calculated score of 88, which would put this cow solidly in the very good category. I really like the dairiness and the openness of this cow. She's been milking about 7 months and still clean and dairy. I'm going to call this an excellent cow, 90 points. These 10-point scales actually mean something. You know, anything in the 90s is an excellent score. Anything in the 80s is called very good. Anything in the 70s is desirable. And the 60s are acceptable. You got one in the 50s, she's poor, she probably isn't going to be here.
Yeah.
There we go. What do we got for a number?
372.
372. Her name is Burr.
Yep.
She calved in September.
Mm-hmm.
Second calf, no score. This one is?
693.
Cow's 81 points, third lactation. Big, strong cow, not as dairy and clean as the other cow. See the difference in the thigh. And how long you all been here?
Since 2017.
So you've been here through the...
I've been here since January of 2021, so just over a year.
She's 87 points, third lactation, got points or been scored on 2 different lactations. We can call her permanent. Can't raise her from there. Do y'all manufacture as well as produce? I mean, Westmeadows or wherever I'm at. You make cheese or
Yeah, the
all that
creamery's
kind-
in Johnstown, but cheese, yogurt, butter.
Just milk? I mean, just this milk or goat
Goat
milk as
milk
well?
too, yeah. Goat cheese, goat milk, goat yogurt.
Great.
Yeah, so I want to take a little snap over it.
92 points. She's maxed. I mean, she's flat out all she's gonna get. Okay.
305.
Another 5 lactation cow, 81 points. That's good.
357.
And her name is Cheese.
Cheese.
Appropriate.
Huh. You know, I farmed and milked cows, and I guess I've just been doing this end of the business. I guess I'm in my 21st year. Been a good business. There we go. Beautiful. I'm very impressed. It's a much better herd than I anticipated. You know, somebody's done a really nice job with the amount of older cows that are still here and very functional. So it's been a real pleasant visit for me, you know. Very, very much my pleasure to be here.